Alright, sticking with the mirror pack, we are taking a break from the achievement hunting though. This was a run that just happened randomly while I was going for some of the harder achievements that I've yet to get. And I think most people have yet to get because they're just ludicrously difficult. Even when there's an army of people deliberately trying to get fire pups and giant-eyed dogs into the pool. So most of the time what I was doing was going for the strategy of rolling for hedgehogs turns 3 and 4, and then trying to get enough hedgehogs to wipe the opposing team. And then you're just hoping that one of those teams is going to have the fairy toy that generates the giant-eyed dog. And I was just mindlessly doing this over and over again because the games end very quickly if you don't find what you're looking for. But things are going to take a slightly different turn in this run in a minute. And here we go, we get double dromedary. And I think actually here, yeah, I guess maybe I wasn't autopiloting very well because I normally was just selling all my units on turn 3 and rolling for a hedgehog. But for whatever reason, I didn't do it in this particular game. Maybe it was just muscle memory. But we end up finding the double dromedary, so we'll do the classic, just freeze one, get the stat boost on it. We do actually get a cracked egg, although I think cracked egg might have been the first achievement I got this weekly, so we don't actually need it. We find another dromedary, and I decide to go for the ultimate greed, buy all 3 dromedaries and roll for another one. And we do find it. So extremely fortunate, we also find another one. What a start. It's not often that happens. So we're definitely going to lose here, but we do actually get the chance to potentially steal a dromedary from the opponent. And what's the mirror going to produce? We do actually get another dromedary. So turn 5 we have 6 dromedaries available to us. So I think I'm going to take one of them, one of the ones that's already been statted up, and then keep one in the back to tank. I haven't said that for a long time. It's funny, it used to be something that we used to do all the time, is go for these ridiculous dromedary stacks, but not so much anymore. However, we do find a turtle as well, and I just take the gingerbread because it's the only thing really that I want to buy. And then look at this, we get matched with 4 dromedaries on the opposing team. Yeah, they just haven't quite high rolled as well as I have. So now we get plus 5/5 per turn. On turn 6 that is absolutely ridiculous, and then look at this, we roll 2 more dromedaries. So I decide here to combine, although I actually do it in the wrong order there. I should combine onto one of the 2/4 units, so we lost a small amount of stats there. Probably partly due to the fact that I'd played hundreds of games at this stage trying to go for the achievements, so I think my brain was pretty well fried. But not to worry, it's only 1/1 stat line. But with this crazy level of scaling this early, you're going to steamroll most teams, and it's only going to get more out of hand as we apply another 5/5 onto these 2 dromedaries. Now I do pill the turtle here. We just want to open up some more space for more scaling units, or potentially more units that can be pilled. However, we only have 2 shop slots open. Now here, because I was going for the achievements so many times, I take the fairy toy, but then I accidentally click the nutcracker toy instead of the tinderbox. So yeah, Salmon of Knowledge is not a special token, so I really just should have taken the giant-eyed dog there. I guess realistically no one is going to get an achievement off me anyway, because the stats are so big that a full team of hedgehogs is not going to wipe my squad anyway. But look now, double 12, 14 frozen dromedaries. So I can't remember if I greed here or not. We are on 2 hearts. Maybe I should just take one of them now. Okay, we get a pie. Yeah, I think I will take one now and probably give it a pie. Yes, so it's now going to be a 16-18. Double freeze the pill, and we've got a second betta fish ready as well. Again, it's going to be a very easy win against this opponent. We are facing weaker opponents because we had such a poor start. But I think even strong opponents are going to struggle against this kind of level of scaling. So we pill the first betta fish. It does feel bad to pill a unit that has been scaled by dromedary, but I'd rather have the +4/+2 onto our biggest unit, which of course, as soon as you bring a unit into the team from the back to tank, it stops scaling, so you really need to find other ways to boost its stats. And we get a cow, so I think I'm just going to keep the cow in the team and try and get level 2 or higher, because a lot of the time we're not going to have anything to buy if we're just greeding for more stats on the frozen units. So we get another shop dromedary here. So I'm going to take the 25-27 one from the shop and freeze the base stats one. With triple level 2 and a level 1, we're getting +7/7 now onto the frozen unit. So the fact that it's a 2/4 stat line doesn't really matter at all. And we end up finding another dromedary. How many is that already? I think we've only bought one chocolate the whole way. Now this is the team we could lose to. They have a level 2 turtle, although the donkey actually messes itself up there by bringing the rock to the front and wasting the melon. So not entirely sure what that team was doing there, but we end up winning anyway. And then we can now use the waffle on the cow before we buy the second cow, which incidentally is now an 11-13 after one turn of scaling. And we'll just keep statting the big ones at the front. Another base stats dromedary into the tank, and another cow. Just incredible luck getting these useful units in the empty slots when we have 2 frozen for such a long time. This team should be no problem, no melon. We're just going to destroy them with the big dromedary stats. It's kind of funny really when you see opposing teams with their flashlight and how many turns they have to wait for the same level of buffs we're getting. In fact, we're getting better than that every single turn from our dromedary stack. And we're getting it on 2 units at the same time. So we're going to keep greeding. I'll freeze this chocolate so we can get another level 2 and move it up to +8/8. So +8/8, what's that? That's like a level 2 polar bear. Although I guess, you know, like I said, it's +16/+16 because you're getting it onto 2 units at the same time. And look at this, another dromedary in the shop. So I think, yeah, okay, I do use the chocolate. And then we'll buy a cow. Because we keep finding dromedaries, we can actually bring in one of the ones that was frozen into the team, just to make sure that we don't lose any more hearts. Although we are getting to the point where we could definitely start losing to 1-up Nyala grizzly bear teams. Without donkey or cockatrice, we are kind of susceptible to that. And here's a 1-up Nyala team, although it is a nest squad, so I think we should be alright. Even though they get a 32 summon, yeah, the one big dromedary at the front almost solos the entire team. Waffle onto the cow. The dromedary at the front, I don't think I need to give it any more stats because we're going to look for pancakes and actually we get it on the next roll. And that means that the unit at the front is going to hit 50 health without us needing to feed it any more milk. And look at this, another dromedary in an empty space. This must be the most dromedaries I've had in a single game, and a cow with only 2 slots left. Just a ridiculous high roll. And some of these teams, it just feels so unfair on them because they would probably expect to win. I mean, I guess it is asynchronous, so they're not actually losing to me, but I assume after this run ended, there were a lot of people getting matched with this squad who maybe couldn't believe their eyes. Another level 2 milk. I don't think we're going to get to see level 3 milk yet. We don't have time anymore. So we're just going to have to bring in a 32-34. It would be nice to get one to 50-50, but I don't want to... okay, maybe clearly I'm thinking here that I could greed one more turn in case I ended up losing and go for a 50-50 in the shop. But yeah, I end up going for the conservative option. We're just going to keep the 18-20 frozen in case we do draw or lose. But I think our chances are pretty good. And it is 1-up Nyala grizzly bear. It's only a level 1 grizzly. So you can tell immediately from the start of the battle that they just don't have any chance against the dromedary stats. Now after this I actually had another game very similar to this where I got to 9 wins with 4 dromedaries, and I spent 2 turns rolling for the last one, trying to throw, and ended up winning by accident. But slightly harder to get in this weekly would be 5 African penguins. So this run we're on turn 15, 8 trophies. Of course, with only the attack scaling coming from the African penguins, it's much weaker than dromedary. Hence we have the 4 pancakes. Unfortunately, it matches us with this squad that has triple level 3 caterpillar, and we get absolutely crushed. I guess some high rolls are better than others.